you notice one of your committee members is not pulling their weight, or you think they've done a piece of bad work, how do you deal with that?
Sure.
Maybe you can have Franco.
Okay. Okay. For example, I mean, let's say Vanessa out to work, and she doesn't do very well. That I mean, if she's not good at doing that, I mean, and obviously if you let me know that she's not good at that, I can put another person into doing that work. And as we have worked this year as an executive, to be honest, your sport director, that's not all you do. All members, we do different works. Sometimes I do Deepti's work, Happy do my work, or Waifeng do Happy's work. I mean, to be honest, she doesn't have to be good at that things. And if she's not good at that, someone else can do it. As the president, I have to assign someone who's good at that, and we can bring up in our meeting and then find out whoever's good at doing that. You can assign that person to do that instead.
So your question is that if someone doesn't do the piece of work properly, is it that? Okay. Well, first of all, as president, I think it would be very important to have really good relationships with everyone on the team. So I think first of all that would be established, because especially since my personality and everything. So if a person actually really did something that's really not satisfactory, I would really just approach them personally and ask them like how are they doing. It's like, oh, how did you plan this? Why did you do this and that? And see their reasoning behind it. Maybe they had some problems. They had assignments due and stuff, and they just rushed the work and stuff like that. So talk it out with them, and then maybe if time allows and stuff like that, let them redo it, or maybe just improve it with them. Just work on them, like put one-to-one and work on the thing together, and then bring it to the committee. If anything, yeah.
Any questions from the floor? Yeah, Paul.
Hello. I have two questions. My first question is, both of you concerned about the size of our society. It's too small for a society to run a big event. So I believe for years, executives and members of the management of the society have tried their effort to extend our effort to attract more non-Malaysian members into the society. And it seems doesn't work really well. Instead of focusing on current students or Durham students, like Natalie said, we should go and approach the prospective students who are doing A-levels or going ready to be in the UK to apply for Durham, to put Durham as a first choice. So Natalie, could you elaborate your plan? What is your plan to attract, or what is event that you want to do in the future in Malaysia to attract new students? And Franco, do you agree that we have to approach prospective students in Malaysia, or just focusing on non-Malaysian members to attract new members? This is my first question. Second question.
The first question first.
All right, sure.
Yeah, no worries. So your question for me was like reaching out to my people back home, right? So one idea I already have in mind is because I'm in close contact with my uni placement officer in my college especially. And I realized that when I was actually applying to Durham University, there was no prospectus at all about the university in my uni placement office. So I really had no idea what I was expecting and things like that. And there was also no one from Durham University who actually came to our college, to like talk about the university, have a presentation and stuff like that. So instead of just relying on our international admissions officer in uni, in the office, as students we can just reach out to our colleges as alumni, just tell, especially since I'm close to my uni placement officer, just talk to him and say like, oh, is it possible that I have a presentation and set up a date, talk to my juniors, explain our experience, and then I think that will help encourage juniors to join our university, and then that will just, in the long run, I think that will increase our membership, so that will solve actually a bit of our problems with Malaysian members coming to.
We're talking about like the previous executives, the team members, they've been trying to expand the society, and it wasn't very successful. For me, I feel like every year we are improving, and for me, I don't think it's a problem to like actually really expand the society to like other members. For example, this year in Queen Campus we have like 70, 80, or 90, or even 100 sign up for emails. And according to what I know, the year before our year, no offense, but it wasn't that high. It was maybe a big number according to. But right, because remember, you were telling me like the year before that, they have like the numbers were really low. I heard it from someone else, but like one of the seniors. So basically, they don't have a lot of sign-ups. So for this year, we have improved the number of sign-up for emails. And next year, what we're gonna improve on is what I said, make people actually sign up on the actual day. Because when I was actually promoting in the Fresher Fair, the people who are really, really interested, people come to me, ask me a lot of questions, they really want to do it. And when the sign up actually comes, they didn't sign up. And I guess that's the same reason as how I'm so pumped for the other society. So I feel like there's still space to improve. So it's not like we are already reaching a limit. We have not reached a limit. We are slowly improving. So to answer another part of the questions about like what you said about Natalie is about like promoting like to the people, the colleges in Malaysia or Durham University. I mean, I totally agree with that. That's something good for first Durham University and to increase the number of Malaysians, which ultimately will benefit our Dumas in the 4, 5 years, 3, 4, 2 years later maybe.
My second question is, based on your presentation and your manifesto, I read your manifesto before I came to the estate. I believe both of you devote yourself to make Dumas as a better society, a society to welcome you, like, you feel like home. But I didn't see a fundamental change that you want to make in this society, where people remember both of you. This is the president who made this change this year. What is the fundamental change that you want to do?
So you're asking for like one thing that I want people to remember me as Franco Lee has achieved as for society.
Alright, I think one of the very fundamental changes which I did highlight, which is my first point, is reaching out to freshers. I feel like that is one of the main things.
But
I
that's
think
been done by the previous executive as well.
not personally, like be personally close to all the freshers, get to know them right from the beginning. I think for not just in here, but also I think Waifeng did follow international admissions officer for one of our post-offer days. It was a post-offer talk, that kind of thing. So really stay connected with them personally, get to know everyone if possible on that day, follow up with them even before they reach and arrive in this campus, because I think following up is really important. That's the part when everyone's a bit insecure, nervous, excited about the university. Talk to them, make them feel already at home even before they're here. So keep up with them the whole way, and then and then when they arrive here, have all the the little different activities for them. Because I realized that actually for freshers in here, I think coming as a Stochtener, we didn't really get to see the Durham campus. There was no tour, there was nothing. So if you actually ask me about like things, well, where is this in Durham City and stuff like that, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But if we actually have collaborations and really interconnectivity within the two campuses, I think that would be what I want to be remembered for. Being very close to your trusses, yeah.
I mean, for me, it's like I don't have to do one change to make people remember me of that change. I just wanted to make a general improvement to the society. And because like right now I'm working as one of the executive team, I know how to improve. There are many things that I think like every year, every executive team, they just keep improving. For me, there's not like a specific part that will make a big jump. For example, like I said before, like what did I say? Yeah, it's just a lot of general like improvement in many areas, like let's say expanding the members to like the non-Malaysians, and then coming to Dumas for me is not just to eat your home food. I mean, obviously that's a big part. Also to like make friends. Yeah, just a lot of general improvements everywhere. Just make people remember. Oh yeah, the president bring the team into making a better Dumas team. Instead of obviously, I mean, there are a lot of little things they can change. Like Waifeng, he introduced the RSVP. People remember him for that. It's just the many little change, that make a difference. Anissa introduced the Stockton Christmas dinner. People remember that kind of things. Yeah, so it's not like a specific big one for me.
I have a question specifically for Natalie. I want to point out the elephant in the room. Obviously, at least from my observations, you are the underdog of this particular competition, because obviously Franco has the experience given his position as a current executive member. So what makes you a better choice, to put it simply?
Okay, first of all, I feel like I'm kind of like the young, on fire one, because I'm like the fresher, right? So I'm really passionate about Dumas. I really want to like bring change, do my best and serve Dumas. Not that Franco can't be on fire because.
You want to set him on fire?
No. But yes, yeah, I think it's my passion and my drive for GMAS. I think that will probably like give me the leg up. I feel like also because I think I'll be in my second year. I'll definitely be more active. Okay, I know that there are more assignments in second year as well, but I feel like I'll be well settled. I'll have time to deal with everything. Whereas I think in third year will be very focused on the dissertation, and they will really have to focus more on the studies. Not that and then as well as let Franco retire and have fun. Enjoy the give him a time off, and then just have fun and enjoy.
We have Franco to address that particular part. How would you balance as a third year student in the next academic year? How would you balance your newly added responsibilities as president along with your academic?
So basically, like for my second year and my next upcoming year, so this year I'm actually involved in like some other societies as like Isaac, which is equally as much work as GMAS, and also for my third year I only have 4 courses instead of 6, so that makes a difference. And it's just like coming to university, the first year is actually more stressful than the second year. Why? Because first time coming here, you're not used to everything. Getting used to the stuff is the hardest part. If you're already used to all this stuff, I mean, time organization comes easy for you, and then it's not going to be a big problem in terms of like time management and like workload.
Okay. So of absolute importance as being a president is awareness. Awareness of your plans, whether they're going well, whether it fits with the society, and also the ability to reorient your directions if the plans are not going well. So my question to you guys, what is the one thing that Wai Fong as the current president has done exceptionally well, and what is the one thing that he has done exceptionally bad? And for the good things, do you plan to continue? And for the bad things, how are you going to make it to be not bad, like to improve it?
Okay, I'll answer that question first. So talk about Wai Feng's strength. Wai Feng introduced feasible ideas. I think that's a big thing, Great ideas, not possible. I mean, what's the point of having great ideas? But Wai Feng introduced feasible ideas. So yeah, and then Wai Feng's weakness. Oh my god. I feel like Wai Feng is the kind of person who is so perfect. He do a lot of stuff by himself instead of using his people well enough. He could have used his people more.
So how are you going to address this?
So in order to address that, like I said, I'm going to add a little more job description to all of the jobs so that people will actually have more responsibilities into more areas. So there aren't many areas that like no one is in charge, so the president goes to the president.
So I'll go now. I think one of the strengths is that, okay, you look at the president and how he presents himself outwardly, but I think one of the things that Wai Feng has done really, really well from my talking to him and stuff, he did tell me that during meetings and stuff, he takes down notes. He's even compiled notes for the next president, I think, and he really, I think the dedication that he shows, so I think that's one thing. He writes down, he details all our events, the meetings, everything that is brought up, he does record. I think keeping a record of things is very important so that you can see the progression of the things that you've done throughout the year, look back on things that you can improve on. So that's one thing I definitely want to keep up as well, so that in case, if I do get elected president, I want to keep a record as well, so that I can pass on to my successor, and then they can just look at how much the society has changed and moved across the years. So I think that's one thing that Michael has done really well. And weakness, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, but I guess he's a bit quieter in a sense. He's a more quiet person, and I think that's one major difference between how I am and how he is. I'll be very extroverted and I'll really reach out to people. He does reach out to people, it's just that the difference in personality, I think maybe a bit quieter, serious. Sometimes people might feel a bit intimidated to approach him and things like that. So yeah, I'll be more approachable and friendly. Yeah.
From both of your speech, I realized that you both have the same inclination of collaborate with other societies like Singsoc and Hong Kong society and else. But my worry is, would it be over-reliant on other societies in terms of financial and human resources, and the main thing, attendance?
Sorry, just rephrase again. over-reliant on
Will
other
we-
societies for
yeah, yeah,
collaborations.
yeah.
to
Any
make
strategic
bigger
plans to avoid the over-reliant, over-dependent thing?
Okay, well, I actually have one of my friends who did organize the Asian festival that I think you did attend, right? And she basically spearheaded everything. So you know, you don't really need a big society or a big, you know, you don't need a big society to actually carry out something really successful. So, although yes, we do talk about collaborations with other societies, I think we would still remain as the main organizer. Make sure that we are the ones coordinating the other societies, not just, you know, be like, oh, we are all coordinating together and things like that. Have one we are obviously going to be the head because we are the ones who suggested the event. So we will try our best, like at the committee especially, to communicate with all the other societies, talk to them. You said not let them take over,
Yeah,
Take dominance.
take dominance,
especially on attendance.
attendance on the events.
Yeah.
From what I know, it's not that okay. Let's say we collaborate with the Hong Kong Society or the Chinese Society. Yes, they have more members, but it's not necessary that all the attendees at the event will be from the society because I actually have met lots of other international like Europeans, everyone else who do come to these events because they do actually want to learn more about Asian culture. And if we have a crock pot of all the different cultures there, they are actually very excited to learn more. So I wouldn't think that we are relying on just the society members themselves. Yeah. That's what I think.
Okay, so for me, actually, I'm not a big part in like collaborating with our society. First of all, according to my experience, I mean, collaboration makes the event bigger, better. But like to be honest, I don't think it's very feasible, especially because it's Malaysian society. Clubbing I don't think it's a very good thing for Malaysians, especially we are a Muslim country. Food, you have to be halal. I mean, there are a lot of problems, and a lot of other societies are not so flexible. I mean, they can eat anything. Why should they care about But for us, we care about like our members, and that's not what we're supposed to do. And also, like to collaborate with other societies. I mean, you have to, time has come together. And I mean, we try to collaborate with other societies. To be honest, not so feasible. I mean, in terms of like, it's not so easy. But like, obviously, when the time comes, if the opportunity is good and like everything goes well, I mean, we can have a discussion. Maybe that's a good idea. But will I actually like focusing on like collaborating with our society? No.
Follow up, Trish point. I would ask about because we faced that problem this year. Because we use different policy for the membership fees. Like since how they use like if you are a member, you still have to pay for the at door, but we don't have to pay if you are the member. So if you guys collaborate, how are you gonna deal with that?
Franco can go first.
Just the same question. Like
No, actually, it's more to because
Okay, more for me. Alright.
because he didn't support about the
Oh yeah,
collaboration.
collaborations. Okay. So you're saying is the different membership fees, right?
Yes.
Okay. So any collaborative events that we have, actually, yeah, like I think someone did mention it's kind of Jennifer. I think it's boring that we only have like three main events. So anything that we bring in new as a collaboration would not be based. I would try not to make it based on just like Chinese New Year or Deepavali. It would be maybe, I think, Gabo did mention sports. So if we're doing like an Asian Games thing, collaboration with like the different societies, that is actually not. I don't think it's what the membership it's not what our membership fee covers. So we wouldn't have a problem. We'll just say that it's something that you have to pay for. Whereas if let's say another society has like, additional fees that they have to pay for members and things like that, I think it doesn't really matter because it's not. It's like a one-off event more of thing. So it's not actually part of like the society's main yearly event.
We have about 5 minutes left. Anyone? Yep, Kathy.
It's a random question for Franco. Why do you think there's a need for to change or remove some of the positions?
Okay, so let's start. It's a little complicated and long. So let's start with, so I said I'm going to add talent management officer, public relation officer, interim rep, and take away the sport director, UKEC rep, and the sponsorship officer. Okay, let's start with sponsorship officer. It's a really important job, but the thing is, most of the sponsorship officer, most of the job is done like, in the summer when you get the money. When you come to UK, I mean, it's a little difficult, but like not saying I'm trying to like totally take it off. I'm just trying to add more jobs into sponsorship officer and change the title to public relation officer. So basically what you'll be doing is you'll be doing the UKEC job, you'll be dealing with some sponsorship, which you won't be like mainly be doing that, but with like the rest of the teams, like well, we can do what, maybe we do what, but obviously we'll figure that out, and also deal with the caterer. So, and then go back to talent management, as I mentioned before, we're trying to recruit more freshers into like our works. So that's why the talent management officer and the Durham rep, I have to keep emphasizing on the importance of Durham rep, because to be honest, when I first came here, Kai is not part of my friend. I don't think it's nice. To be honest, I really don't think it's nice. I know deeply, but I don't intend to be friend. I mean, she's good, she's friend. I mean, it's not like she's part of my social circle. But because Danson keep having like the Stockton dinner, I have to see them, and eventually become my best friend. Like, they're all there. Okay. I mean, okay, nothing against Rui, but like to be honest, I think if I'm going to be the president next year, there is going to be one, like at least in the beginning of the term, where people meet up. If people don't come, that's another problem. But we do our best. But if we haven't tried our best, you never know the results. And before Danson's year, Southerners are not even close, anyways. And oh yeah, sorry, I just left. And talking about sport director, I mean, sport director is very important for Nottingham game. But to be honest, Anissa did a lot of job. She started working until like 4 or 5 in the morning. But a lot of the stuff that she's doing, it's not the job of a sport director, but like an executive job. So I want to include more stuff into her job, which I'll put that as a talent management, recruiting people to join the Nottingham game, recruiting people in Duma's work. So that comes with talent management officer. And for the UK EC rep, I mean, it's important, but like I feel like a sponsorship officer can actually handle part of that job, and actually kind of want to change that into Durham rep. But we'll see how that goes. If that doesn't really happen, we can obviously add a new officer. And sorry, what's the question? Oh, yeah. So that's why I need to add some of the jobs and pick up some of the jobs. Try to include more things into all the positions instead of having jobs that are.
Would you mind if I just refute a bit, like on what she said, or like add on a little bit? I think UKAC MSA rep is actually really important for me. I feel like it's been said that the Northeastern region is really left out from the umbrella body. It is an umbrella body for a reason. So we should try and integrate ourselves into UKAC, and I think UKAC is going to be one of the modes of promoting ourselves as well, because if we are recognized under the umbrella body, we are more likely to be recognized in Malaysia. So try and use UKEC to help us, establish a presence in Malaysia. So I think the rep, well, if the rep is actually active and doing the job, we could actually, work out really good relationships with that. So definitely not abolish that. Durham rep, yes, I agree, it's very important. Okay, just because like we have committee members in Durham, we want a Durham rep who's solely responsible for the freshers, for the people itself, taking care of people emotionally, not just physically and everything. So definitely bring back the Durham rep as well. You did mention talent management.
Yes.
I think, well, talent management, but also I think maybe we have someone in charge of events, organizing events like solely like more like an event director, because I think you did mention as well last year in your HUS, sports director is basically trying to get everyone together, forming like sports socials and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe more at that in the job description.
Yeah.
All right.
Entering.
Yeah, we have time. Okay, so one last question. Sorry? Oh. Okay.
Right, I'll make mine really good. Right, so the success of a society depends a lot, not only, but a lot on the successful coordination of the executive team to make the event successful. As a president, your job is to guide the whole executive committee. So my question is on how flexible are you with your plans if, let's say, your committee do not like whatever you're proposing. Say, for example, Franco's idea of rewriting the job description, Natalie's, your idea about focusing on freshers fair. What if your whole committee do not agree with you? How flexible are you to win their hearts over to you, or you be won over by them because you think what they propose are better than your ideas? Or are you going to be like, nope, I think I'm good, my idea is great, this is for the society, this will make the society good? How flexible are you in applying these changes so that we as Dumas, members of Dumas, we can enjoy?
So the solution is actually very hard to describe in words. So given the example that you were talking about, rewriting the executive like the job description. So I mean, okay, let's say for example, okay, just example, I'm talking to Nadia, and then like Nadia doesn't agree that, doesn't want to add on the stuff into her job description, and so what we can do is maybe we can there's always a solution. Let's say we just add one extra officer, but in the worst case, if everyone else don't agree, they think too many people, too much, then obviously we always have to go with the majority. For president, I feel like if let's say the vote is like 4 to 6, the president has to be there, make the decision, and people just have to follow. But if it's like a 9 to 1, there's really no reason for the president to insist on doing what he tends to do, even though it may be a better idea, because collaboration is better than better idea.
I think for one thing, it's been quite evident that most of my points have been supported by most of the committee. I mean, most of the people running for the committee. I think a lot of them have actually mentioned some of my points already, and I'm just like, okay, we have the same in-line mindset. But then if let's say the committee just disagree with me, I would definitely try and I really want them to give me a reason why they think it wouldn't be feasible. And it's common sense, if they actually bring out a good point, then yeah, okay, I'll definitely rethink. But I doubt anything that I have suggested would be a negative no, a definite no from everyone. So if anything, just talk it out, and if the committee still cannot decide, I would also try and get the opinions of my members, because after all, the committee is here to serve the members. So just ask members for feedback, and then as president, I think you still have to spearhead and still make the main decision. So I think that will still be up to me.
Okay, last question. Very last.
Yeah.
Would you guys do anything to the membership fees? I think everyone knows it. Everyone concerned about it.
Do I go first? Actually, one of my things to entice more internationals during the fair, I think, is I've thought of maybe introducing an early bird discount, but I think that would definitely depend on the budget and how they will allow, if money is lost from the discount, then how we're going to handle that. In terms of yearly membership, I think that has really actually encouraged us. It hasn't really worked against us negatively, because once people actually pay for the yearly membership, they come to our events because they've sort of paid for it, and it's free entrance for them. So yeah, we might lose members along the way, but I feel like if during the first, people join during the first, they join 1 year and we really hook them in and keep them interested in our events, and they actually really enjoy themselves, I don't think there's a reason why they wouldn't pay for membership the second year. So I feel like lifetime membership might be a different method. Maybe I think we said that they're starting an alumni organization or something, right?
They
For
were
all the
looking
alumnus.
into it. I'm not sure.
Alright, but I think that would be very important as well, to keep everyone connected, so that alumni can, after that, reach out to our DUMAS and help us after graduation. Yep.
So I think for we are charging 12 pounds right now, right? I think that's a good price, because for me, I feel like regardless we're gonna make profit. So for example, if there are not a lot of people joining, but then the thing is, because there are also less people who have lifelong membership, so that means we are each of our events we are saving a big amount of money. In that way, we are gaining profit. But if that's not the case, we actually have a lot of new members, and then not more money. Either way, we are actually getting more profit than we do this year for our team. So so I would just keep out with the £12 membership, and just without the lifelong membership too.
I think that's all we have time for, because it's 2 minutes past 5.